Welcome to Senior Parent Appreciation Night. On behalf of the Ridley Soccer Boosters, we would like to thank our senior soccer players and their parents for their hard work, dedication, and participation in the Ridley High School soccer program. The Ridley Soccer Boosters hope that our senior players will take with them upon graduation many fond memories of the exciting games that have been played. We would like to thank their parents for their continued support of our Soccer Booster organization. Without them, our program would not be a success. We would also like to thank the coaches for their strong leadership and guidance. Congratulations to our senior soccer players on the Ridley High School soccer team. We would like to acknowledge them all tonight for their dedication to the sport and to their school. Randy Young. Randy is being escorted by his grandparents, Angie and Bill Young. Randy's parents wanted him to know that they are sorry they couldn't make it here tonight and how very proud of him they are. Randy played for Ridley United from 1994 through 2001 and for all 4 of his years at Ridley High School. Randy's best soccer memory is being known for his long throw-ins. Randy was JV Defensive Player of the Year his sophomore in 2005. Randy plans on attending Widener University. Good luck, Randy. Carolyn Pete Abascal. Carolyn is being escorted by his parents, Hafish and Kadir. Carolyn played for Ridley United for 2 years, FC Rose Street for 1 year, FC Marple for 1 year, and for all 4 of his years at Ridley High School. Carolyn's best soccer memories are his game-tying goals against Radnor and Haverford, the car rides home with Thea, Toby, and Colin. Carolyn plans on attending the University of the Sciences for physical therapy. Good luck, Carolyn. Milos Razic. Milos is being escorted by his host family, Sue, Katrina, and Pete Parsons. Milos played for LFK Belgrade from 1998 through 2002. FK Hodgebut Lion from 2002 through 2005. FK Vodstavik from 2005 to 2007. Milos's best memory is playing an exhibition game before a professional team in front of 25,000 people in 2001. Milos won the award for the most goals scored between the years of 2000 through 2005. That was 7 goals in a tournament. Milos does plan on attending college. Good luck to Milos. Colin Moore. Colin is being escorted by his parents, Betsy and Bud Moore. Colin played for the Cleveland Youth Association from 1995 through 2001 for Ridley United and for all 4 of his years at Ridley High School. Colin's best soccer memories are when Randy forgot his shin pads and used pieces of notebook paper as shin pads at a game, and also the car rides home with Peter, Toby, and Curran. Colin was captain of the JV team his sophomore year. Colin would like to attend the University of Delaware, Drexel, or Widener for chemical engineering. Good luck, Colin. Patrick Brewster Toby. Pat is being escorted by his parents, Debbie and Eric. Pat has been playing soccer for 14 years, including Living United for U9, Meadow Providence for U9 through U17, and FC Revolution for U18. Pat's favorite soccer memories are his car rides home with Colin, Karam, and Peta, playing in a youth professional tournament in Italy against teams from Italy, England, and Sweden. Pat plans on attending the University of Massachusetts and majoring in secondary education. Good luck, Pat. And now a note to the seniors from Coach Beltran. Thank you for your dedication, loyalty, and perseverance over your high school soccer career. As you continue on your journey of life, I hope you can reflect on these years as positive motivation to get you through the road ahead. I wish you all success in achieving all of your goals. Thank you from Coach Beltran. And now for Ridley's starting lineup in varsity. Number 10, Karam Ikabasco, senior. Number 2, Colin Moore, senior. Number 11, Patrick Toby, senior, also captain. Number 3, Randy Young, senior. Number 9, Milos Rasik, senior. Number 6, Nick Dodonna, junior. Number 14, Bill Fenton, also a captain, junior. Number 0, Dan Pena, junior. Number 1, Matt McGeehan, junior. Number 15, Justin Richards, junior. And number 24, Chris Rodaball, sophomore. Let's hear for the varsity of both teams. At this time, can everyone please stand, face the flag? We will have the national anthem will be sung tonight by Tim Loyola.
In the brightest hour of my darkest day, I realized what is wrong with me. Can't get over you, can't get through to you. It's been a helter-skelter romance from the start. Take these memories that are haunting me, of a paper man cut into shreds by his own pair of scissors. He'll never forgive her, he'll never forgive her. Because days come and go, but my feelings for you are forever. Because days come and go, but sitting by a fire on a lonely night, hanging over from another good time with another girl, little dirty girl. You should listen to this story of a life. You're my heroine. In this moment I'm lonely, fulfilling my darkest dreams. All these drugs, all these women, I'm never forgiving this broken heart of mine. Because days come and go, but my feelings for you are forever. Because days come and go, but my feelings for you are forever. One last kiss before I say you're mine. You got the music in you, don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left, this world is gonna pull through. Don't give up, you got a reason to live. Can't forget, we only get what we give. Don't let go, I feel the music in you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's real can't die. You only get what you give. You're gonna get what you give. Don't give up. Just don't be afraid to leave. Health insurance with our flying. FDA, big bank is buying. Fake computer crashes, dying, cloning while they're multiplying. Fashion shoots with Beckett Hansen, Courtney Love, and Marilyn Manson. You're all fakes, run to your mansions. Come around, we'll kick your ass in. Don't let go. Pretend, keep you in the dark and so it all began. Send in your skeletons, sing as their bones come marching in again. They need you buried deep,
drink the water from my hand, contagious as you think I am. Just took my son towards your domain. You can't run it over again. Don't scream about, don't think aloud. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't worry about, don't speak about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Why follow me to higher ground? Lost as you swear I am. Don't throw away your basic needs ambience and vanity. Don't scream about, don't think aloud. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't worry about, don't speak about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't scream about, don't think aloud. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't worry about, don't speak about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Just spit me out. Don't worry about, don't speak about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't scream about, don't think aloud. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't worry about, don't speak about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out.
How hard you try, you can't stop us now. Since the prehistoric ages and the days of ancient Greece, on down through the Middle Ages, planet Earth kept going through changes, and then the Renaissance came, and times continue to change. Nothing stayed the same, but there were always renegades like Chief Sitting Bull, Tom Paine, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They were renegades of their time and age, so mighty renegades.
When did you start getting into soccer?
Probably about 5 years old, I started playing, and I've been into it ever since.
I say I started getting when I was like 6, because when I was young, all my brothers did it. So they were kind of my motivation to start playing sports like my whole life, so I decided to start soccer when I was 6.
I started when I was about 5 and have played ever since.
About age 4, started playing.
I got into soccer when I was about 5. I started playing baseball, but then I switched because that wasn't my sport. I'm not too good at it, and went to soccer and then quit for 3 years, and now I'm back into it.
Well, my family been around soccer like their whole life, so that's what I grew up with. So mostly my whole life.
Well, I started playing soccer when I was 5, but my uncle, when I was 1 year old, he got me a soccer ball. I think that was a little foreshadowing.
I started getting into soccer when I moved over from Washington State, and my uncle had a New Jersey team, so he asked me to play for it, and I played like a hockey player, and that was a good thing, so that's when I started getting into it.
Probably when I was about 5 years old. That's when most kids start.
What teams have you played on?
I played for United Soccer, Garnet Valley, Premier, and Ridley High School.
Hedron, Ridley United, middle school soccer, and the high school. That's pretty much it.
I've pretty much played on Ridley my whole life. So.
I played for a club team, Ridley United, and I've played for the middle school team and the high school team.
Played on some team named Keystone and Garnet Valley and Ridley High School.
I played on Ridley United, and then when that broke up, I played for Interboro. That's the team I'm still on. It's number 26 in the state, and I play for the high school, of course.
Ridley United, Ridley mostly.
I played on a New Jersey team. I play on a club soccer team at Ridley River Dogs by Ron Baldino, I think, and also in the middle school team, and I'm going to play for it next year. And they're good teams.
When I was from 5 to 10, I think I played for a Hedron travel team. Then once that team broke up, I stopped and started middle school soccer.
Who's your favorite pro soccer player?
I don't really know. I don't know too many pro soccer players. So.
I'd have to say Cristiano Ronaldo. He's pretty sick.
Gianluigi Buffon.
I don't really know any tactics of any soccer players because I don't really know anybody. But I like Ronaldinho because he has a very long name, and I heard he was good. He's a pretty good guy.
I like Ronaldo because he shows that fat people can play soccer too. Like Justin.
What position do you usually play now, and why?
Well, I play two different positions. For my Ridley United team, I'll play striker, and that's because that's my best position. And on the high school team, I'll play midfield, and that's not my decision.
I usually play goalie or defense, and I've played goalie since I was little. Since I started, and I started playing defense when I couldn't play goalie.
I usually play defense because that's what I've always played my whole life. I'm mostly sweeper this year, and who knows what I'll be next year.
I usually play defense, but this year I played midfield because we didn't have too many midfielders and we had a bunch of defense.
How would you describe American soccer to someone from another country?
It's the same thing as it is in other countries, just with a different name.
I'd say basically it's the same exact thing, only it's not as popular here.
It involves like a lot less skill, and it's not as intense.
Or I would tell them that American soccer is more about speed and running, not so much skill. So expect to get in the greatest shape of your life.
It doesn't get enough respect here. People really don't care about soccer in America too much, but you know, it's on the rise and it's getting better. It's still not good, but it's getting better.
I think American soccer compared to other countries is behind, but in the future it'll catch up.
How important is soccer to you?
Soccer's probably the most important thing here now.
It's pretty important, not the most important thing, but it helps pass the time, and I definitely gonna play next year.
Very important, especially Ridley soccer.
What do you think soccer fans enjoy most about soccer?
The creativity that the best players have, what they can do with the ball on their feet. It's kind of amazing.
Probably the hype that comes with it. Like, I don't know, there's not a lot of hype here in America, but in other countries it's pretty hype, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what other people think, but when I was young and I went to like stadium and stuff, I just like the atmosphere, like all the fans singing the songs throughout the stadium, and like the thrill you get from when they score a goal and everybody stands up, waves their hands in the air and all that.
Well, they don't really enjoy it too much.
I think they enjoy the amazing goals that are scored.
What do you think the future of soccer in America is? Do you think it will become bigger than football?
Become bigger than football, but it's probably going to get a lot bigger.
I don't think it'll become bigger than football, but I think it'll be like second best.
I think it'll get bigger and bigger, but I don't think it will reach up to the standards of football.
I don't think it'll be bigger than football. I think maybe one day it'll be big because like now more and more stadiums are getting put up and there's more teams being put together, but I highly doubt that it'll be bigger than football because football just gets bigger and bigger every year.
I don't think it'll become bigger than football, but it'll become really close. It's going to become bigger than hockey, baseball, and volleyball, and whatever other crazy sport happens to be ahead of it right now.
Is there anything I haven't covered that you think is important for people to know about you or Ridley Soccer?
I don't know, just stay tuned until next year so we can score a lot of goals and all that good stuff.
They shouldn't just only do soccer. They should do more than one sport to keep in shape for soccer, because soccer isn't like not all year round, but it can be. So you want to try to get all year round soccer and do many other sports so you can get in shape for soccer.
Really, soccer's not as bad as most people think. We're just in one of the best leagues in the state, so if we were in the Del Valley, we'd probably win that league every year.
Make sure you're in shape. Make sure you know what you're doing. Your passes are crisp. Make sure there's no messing around. You can't mess around, especially during game day. You don't want to sit the bench. That sucks.
We lose a lot.
I think people should know that soccer is not as much of a pansy sport as people think, and it's actually a lot more intense than like people show on TV and stuff like that. It's playing a lot smaller field in high school than professionals. So that's what a lot of people should realize about Ridley soccer.
What is your favorite moment from this past season?
Probably when I scored my first goal of my Ridley soccer career.
I enjoyed the Academy Park game when the black kid got taken out by Josh Poole and wanted to fight him, and I later got in an argument with Dugan and he yelled at me and took me off the field, and then Steve Jewell quit and then we won.
My favorite moment was definitely when I scored the header against Marple that we won 7-0.
It's probably when we played Strathaven and I took Eric Collins out and then rubbed his head.
Probably seen Mike Kling score a goal.
My favorite moment from this past season is when Rob Wilkins just walked out on the team. We were losing horribly, and he just said, "I'm done." And I don't think everyone started clapping, but only Aaron Kellett did.
Probably my first start that I got, my first varsity start. It was against Upper Darby, I think they came in second in the Central League, so playing against them was like I've seen speed I've never seen before.
I don't know, all Milos's moments were pretty fun.